lysosome. The lysosomes controls a word senescence. Anybody know this word? Senescence. No? Senescence means getting old. Or in other words, we can say aging. See, you might be surprised. Deteriorating with age, kind of, yes, Ronak. Deteriorating with age, kind of. But here we use the word senescence in biology. Senescence means aging. See, you'll be surprised. The plant lifespan, if you take, is very less. Some plants and some animals' lifespan will be very more comparatively. Just crude comparison we just giving. So how the lifespan we are saying it will be less, it will be more, and for humans it's something around 76.8 years right now in India. It's the average lifespan. So how we can say that this is the lifespan? Because of the senescence genes or the aging factor study. Okay, so what happens is the lysosomes, they'll control aging. How lysosomes are controlling aging or getting old? Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? The answer is on the screen. If you understood the functions of lysosomes, you can guess the answer. Yes, Akshat?
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, the third point, the autolysis, ma'am, it is given that if the system is functioning properly, then it can repeat with it. If it is functioning properly, the person can live for approximately.
No, autolysis is totally related to tumor formation and cancerous tissue. Autolysis is not related to senescence. Whether you want me to repeat the question? Yes. See, the lysosomes will control senescence, means getting old or getting aged. This process will be controlled by lysosomes. How lysosomes are controlling the aging process? That's the question. Yeah, try to answer. It's there on the slide itself. If you understood the functional aspects of lysosomes, you can answer this. Action. Do you have any guessing answer for this? People who die early have the same problem, but it happens to them on an younger age. Yeah. Yes. But how lysosomes are controlling that process? Yes, Kavya. No, autolysis is not related to controlling aging. Okay. What does mean by autophagy, guys? What does mean by autophagy? Intracellular digestion, yes. Taking in the cell waste, digesting the cell waste. What I told about the cell waste is nothing but the old cells or the dead cells or the dead matter inside the cell. That will be eaten away. That's called autophagy. See, suppose these old dead cells were not eaten away, they are not digested. What will happen? All those dead and old cells will get accumulated in the body. And they will make the functioning of the cell complicated. What happens when cell organelles functioning will not happen properly? It leads to aging. You got? Shobhik, do you have doubt? Yeah, hope you got the point. See, the autophagy is nothing but eating away or digesting the cell waste. See, simple comparison, in crude example I'll tell. If in your colony or in your street, if the waste is not removed by the municipality people, the waste get accumulated and what you'll get? You'll get stinking smell, isn't it? And along with stinking smell, in and around you'll be having so many microorganisms. The same thing happens when the old and dead cells were not removed inside the cell. So they have to be removed. They have to be digested. If they are not digested, it may end to aging or getting old of the cell. So in this way, the lysosomes are controlling senescence. Clear with the last function of lysosomes? So we discussed about lysosomes, the digestion function. Then autolysis. Then we discussed about acrosome. Acrosome is the most important point. Okay. Then controlling senescence or controlling aging. These are the various functions of lysosomes. Decomposition. Yeah, decomposition is a yeah. Let me explain the decomposition. Then I'll come to this point. Ronak, you want to repeat the controlling senescence point? Yeah. Wait a second. Akshat is asking about decomposition. Yeah, this you should be knowing. Right now, because this is the burning topic because of the pandemic situation. Just give a few words about decomposition. Then I'll explain this senescence point again. Okay. See, decomposition is nothing but when you have a waste material, the waste material, if it is not properly burned or buried, either of that. I hope you know the difference between burning and burying. Okay. So if the waste is not properly burned, or if the waste is not properly buried, what happens is microorganisms start growing on this waste. Microorganisms like bacteria or fungi or even viruses also, etc., etc. So these microorganisms will grow on this waste and they will eat away the waste. The best example is On the streets and on the road, somewhere you will see the animal bodies, animal dead bodies, like the dogs, stray dogs, or cats, or sometimes squirrels, something like that. The dead bodies. After few days, you won't find any of these dead bodies beside the street or beside the road. What happens to them? That's what decomposition means. This is nothing but a waste here, what I'm explaining. If this dog or a stray dog or street cats or squirrel, something like which were dead on the roadside, they are not burned, they will not be buried. Okay, so what happens to the dead bodies? They will be decomposed. They will be decomposed by microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. What they'll do is they'll eat away the whole body. Few days you'll get stinking smell from these dead bodies. After that, even if you pass through this place, you won't find any of the remnants, any of the part of this dead body. What happens is these things will eat away. So microorganisms are not always harmful. Most of the time they will be helpful, like this. This process is called decomposition. Yeah, rats also, Akshat. Rats, yeah. All the animals which we find, the crows dead bodies. Yes, sometimes some birds dead bodies and all. You'll find a roadside and street side. They will be decomposed. Decomposition is nothing but microorganisms like bacteria and fungi. They'll grow on them. They'll eat away the whole part of the body. That's called decomposition. Clear, action? And reminding students also, this decomposition process is a general format in biology. You have to know this topic, that's why I explained. It will not involve lysosomes. We won't find lysosomes in bacteria and fungi. Yes. Now, coming to the senescence, controlling senescence point, I just repeat this one. Controlling senescence. So here, what is happening in the cell waste, nothing but the dead matter or the old cells or dead cells will be removed by digestion, by autophagosome. So if autophagy is not done by lysosomes properly, means the cell waste is not digested by the lysosomes properly, what will happen? The cell debris will be dissipated in the cell like this. All the cell material which was dead one and not having any function, this all will move into the cell like this. And all this cell material which is waste, which is of no function at all for the cell, will get the cell to get old. We call it as aging or getting old. Because the other cell functions will be not going properly because of this old cell and dead cells accumulation. Okay. So because of that, the aging and getting old process may start. When lysosomes will go for autophagy, that is controlling the senescence, isn't it? They're controlling the aging process. They're controlling the getting old process. This is another function of lysosome. Clear? Still have any doubts? Okay.